linked list. So as the linked list is already sorted, so what we can do here is, suppose we have given 1 3 5 and the second guy is 2 4 6, and we have to create a linked list with like 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? So what we will do here is, we will create 2 pointers, okay? One we will initialize here and other is here, okay? And then we will create one empty guy, also empty node. So basically some null guy we will create, and then we'll say okay, do one thing. Now go and check which one is smaller. Is p1 smaller or p2 smaller? If p1 is smaller, null will point to p1, okay? And then move the p1 here. Now check which one is smaller. P2 is smaller, right? So now and there will be a current pointer also, which will be pointing to the new guys, okay? So now the current is also here. Now the current will say, okay, now this guy will point to the next smaller guy, okay? And also, as we choose p2 this time, p2 will come here. Now the current is here. We'll check again p1 p2, which one is smaller? P1 is smaller, so this will point to this guy, okay? And current will be here, p1 will come here. So in this way it is very simple to understand. I'll simply code it up. And so let's say we have a let p1 pointer at list 1, and we have a p2 pointer at list 2, okay? Now also we need a dummy node. Let dummy equal to new list node, and that list node no need to pass any values, okay, as the constructor have default values. And let cur equal to dummy, so that will keep pointing to the end value of the latest node, okay? Now we'll say while either p1 is not null or p2 is not null, okay? If anyone becomes empty, then this exists, because suppose if there are equal number of values, then it is fine, but if one has more values, then we cannot compare between null and a value, right? So both should have some values, okay? So while both have some values, we'll check if either p1 dot val can be less than p2 dot val, okay? Then do something, or else do this, okay? What we are doing, if p1, that is if p1 is small, then we will say okay, now current dot next equal to p1. Otherwise we know current dot next will be p2, okay? Now we can simply say that now as we have given p1, so we have to increase p1. So p1 equal to p1 dot next, okay? And here p2 equal to p2 dot next. And in both the cases, after assigning, we have to move the current to the next guy, right? So current equal to current dot next, okay? Once this is done, we can say that if p1 equal to null, that if p1 is finished, sorry, if p1 is not equal to null, that means there is some guy remaining. So we'll say okay, current dot next equal to p1, and again if p2 is not equal to null, then we'll say current next p2, okay? And we can return dummy, but the next guy, because initially we created a 0 node, right? So next guy will have the initial positions. Let's run it, submit.